the shot, scores! On the deflection, and Brian Bellows has a hat trick.
Brian Bellows, Al MacInnis, Scott Stevens. It was 1982, and all three future Stanley Cup champions got their first taste of glory in Kitchener.
There it is, the Memorial Cup is over. What a great effort by the Kitchener Rangers. Look at the celebrations going on the ice right now.
You're always going to remember it, and you know, it's similar to winning the Stanley Cup. And I think at the time it was a great give back to the city of Kitchener. I mean, at the end of the year, I remember 7,500 people. You know, it was incredible.
That first championship was a long time coming. Prior to expansion, junior clubs served as NHL farm teams. In 1963, the New York Rangers moved theirs to Kitchener. 4 years later, the club was sold for $1 to a local businessman. He turned it over to the season's ticket holders, who own it to this day. Those fans have had their share of ups and downs, including the 1990 heartbreak, losing the final Memorial Cup game to Eric Lindros and the Oshawa Generals. It was 2003 before they brought home another championship.
Kitchener Rangers are Memorial Cup champions.
That was awesome. I think anybody that put the Rangers sweater on and played on that ice in front of those fans in the city, it was a great feeling.
Derek Roy was one of 7 future NHLers on that team, including Gregory Campbell and Mike Richards.
I know coaching staff, Pete DeBoer and Steve Spott pushed us really hard as well, and that just made us better as players and as person.
Get to the fight from Landeskog. He cuts in. He shoots. The captain gave Landeskog.
Kitchener fans have seen a lot of good players through the years. Nearly 140 Rangers have graduated to the NHL. Colorado captain Gabriel Landeskog is one of the latest.
Everything about that organization and that city was first class, and met some great teammates and some great people there, and I don't think I appreciated it enough when I was there.
The current team is led by Al MacInnis' son Ryan, who has been called up to an NHL camp, just like so many Rangers before.
I feel proud that our group of guys, the 30 players, that we helped get it back up to a level of what Kitchener represents, and it stayed there. You know, it's one of those teams that if, you know, you have a son like I do in the States, or if they were going to come play in junior, it would be one of those 5-6 teams in the CHL.
Make a new one, make a wallet out of extra beds. I can use another roll right now. Stop messing with my love heart. We weren't supposed to start yet. That's awesome. Did that happen in Aberdeen at all? Now you guys know the song a bit, you can be a lot more into it when we start, right? And I thought it was also as crazy. All right. Guys, you are doing amazing, such high energy, this is incredible. So good. People down there, come a little closer. Come reunion night. We had The Pursuit of Happiness, the 30th anniversary of their iconic album Love Junk, and For You and Me and the Crew, a reunion with Kitchener-Waterloo's Oktoberfest.
This is true. We were here 3 years ago to kick off that season's festival, and this is the 50th anniversary of the Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest. So we were here all day Friday as the celebration was underway, and I had the great honor of helping tap the keg with Margot Jones, who's the president of Oktoberfest. Unfortunately, I took the spigot with me for a little while, so I stoked the crowd, but I think everybody got a kick out of it.
You know, it's always a wonderful 9 days. You have 700,000 people converge into the Grand Valley area, the Grand River. So that was great. The touching story of the night, obviously, was Ben Pinelli. We had Sean Perfaro, who does the broadcast. For the last 15 years, he's done the OHL Kitchener Rangers. He said the absolute moment he remembers is when Pinelli returned from a very, very serious skull fracture and brain injury.
Well, I am so blown away by Ben's story and where he is now. He's doing something called the Heroic Minds podcast, and the idea is basically that adversity shapes the human. And so he comes at it from his point of view, somebody who had a almost career-ending brain injury and lived to tell the tale. And he interviews Garrett Rank, Mark Shifley, a whole great cast of characters. Incredible.
I couldn't help but think of Lane Matichuk, the Humboldt Bronco released from hospital, who's going through that right now. So I hope that they got to see that inspirational story. You mentioned Garrett Rank, NHL referee, now wears number 7, honoring Bill McCreary. My idol is Lance Roberts, who does actually video goal judge work at the Kitchener Rangers game now, had a distinguished career in the National Hockey League. I watched him work in the AJHL. He helped shape Garrett Rank and got him to the NHL as an official, but he could have got to the pro game as a golfer.
It's absolutely incredible. To be this good at one thing is remarkable. But to be an NHL referee, he made the U.S. Open this year, so he had the ride of a lifetime. He said he spent 5 total days in his bed this summer. So, he's a man on the go, and he's also a cancer survivor. So just an incredible, inspiring figure, too.
What about Scott Stevens? What was your impression of Scott?
I was blown away. He's sort of a gentle giant. He's not exactly what you see on TV, although he does have an intensity. He's a voracious student of the game, so it was really interesting watching him take apart the Leafs-Hawks game.
I always thought of him a little like Adam Oates, outside-the-box thinker, Scott. And I remember I said there was a fight St. Paddy's Day 1991 where he fought Dave Manson in Chicago. Adam was a teammate with the St. Louis Blues, and those two guys got out of those wars, and they're literally Einstein. Speaking of Einstein, Oktoberfest East.
Wunderbar!
Next week, Harry Sound.